Let me ask you something personal. How long have you been trying to manifest something? A week? A few months? Maybe longer than you'd like to admit? You've done the vision boards. You've said the affirmations. Maybe every single morning. You've tried to stay positive even when nothing was moving. You've watched the videos, read the books, done all the things you were told to do, and still nothing. Or maybe things did start to shift for a moment, but then it fell apart again. Like the universe gave you a little taste and then pulled it back. If that's where you are right now, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes. Because what I'm about to tell you is the thing that almost nobody in this space will say out loud. The problem isn't your desire. It's not your effort. It's not even your belief. Not entirely. The real problem is something happening underneath all of that. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what actually happens for most people. They start a manifestation practice full of hope. They're excited. They feel it. They write it down. They visualize. For a few days, maybe even a few weeks, it feels real. But then life keeps being life. The bill arrives. The person doesn't text back. The job doesn't call. And slowly, without even noticing it, you start to drift. The doubt creeps in. You start checking for signs obsessively. You start wondering if you're doing it wrong, if maybe this stuff just doesn't work for you. And that self-doubt, that quiet, nagging voice, that is exactly what's canceling your manifestations. Not because doubt is the opposite of belief, though it is, but because of something deeper, something the law of attraction content rarely talks about. Your subconscious mind is running a program that is louder than any affirmation you will ever speak. Here's something that took me a long time to truly understand. Manifestation is not a practice you do. It is a state you occupy. Most people treat it like a to-do list. Visualize, check. Affirm, check. Gratitude journal, check. And then they go back to feeling broke, stuck, unworthy, anxious, and then wonder why the universe isn't responding. But here's the truth. The universe isn't responding to your words. It's not responding to your vision board. It's responding to your frequency. The emotional baseline you carry through your day when you're not thinking about manifestation. Your frequency is the signal. Your desire is just the address. If the signal is fear, you attract more fear. If the signal is lack, you attract more lack. If the signal is, I'm not enough, reality keeps confirming that you're not enough. And here's the brutal part. You can want something desperately with every cell in your body and still be in a frequency that repels it. Because wanting something from a place of lack is a lack frequency. Think about that. The act of desperately wanting something is your subconscious broadcasting, I don't have this. And the universe? It just agrees. This is why people who try the hardest often manifest the least, and why some people seem to barely try, but everything just flows to them naturally. It's not luck. It's not karma. It's identity. The person who receives abundance effortlessly doesn't just think differently. They feel differently, at their core, about who they are and what they deserve. Their baseline reality, their inner frequency, is already set to receive. So the real work isn't more affirmations. It's not more vision boards. The real work is becoming, on the inside, the version of you that already has what you want, before the evidence shows up, before anything in the external world confirms it. And I'll be honest, that's hard, especially when life is actively showing you the opposite. That's the gap where most people give up, and that's exactly the gap I want to help you close. Listen carefully for a second. What I'm about to mention is not something I talk about often. Over the past months, I created 2 systems for this community. The first is called the Manifestation Fast Guide, a structured framework built specifically to break the hesitation and doubt loop I just described. But I recently finished something much deeper. It's called the Frequency Blueprint. This isn't motivation. It's not a list of affirmations. It's a precise process for rewiring the internal frequency that reality actually responds to, the stuff happening underneath your conscious mind. Inside the frequency blueprint, I break down how your identity is literally shaping your outcomes, how subconscious resistance quietly cancels every manifestation, and how to shift into a receiving state, where things stop being forced and start flowing. This is the kind of inner work people normally pay thousands for in private coaching. I wanted to make it accessible to this community. So for a limited time, I've bundled both systems together, the Manifestation Fast Guide and the Frequency Blueprint, for just $29. Full money back guarantee. No risk. But I'll be real with you. These are not for people who are just curious. They're for people who are ready to actually do the inner work, exactly as it's written, without shortcuts. If that's you, the link is in the description. And if you felt something stir while I was saying that, don't ignore it. That pull is worth listening to. Here's what I want to leave you with today. You haven't been failing at manifestation because you're doing it wrong. You've been failing because nobody told you where the real work actually happens. It doesn't happen on the surface. It doesn't happen in the 5 minutes of morning affirmations. It happens in the quiet moments, in the background noise of your own identity, in what you believe, without even thinking, about what's possible for you. Change that, and watch how fast everything else changes with it. If this landed for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below telling me where you're at in your manifestation journey right now. I read every single one. And if you're ready to go deeper, the bundle is waiting for you in the description. I'll see you in the next one.